now for updates on sports stories across the globe. Aaron Akerejola joins us today. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning to you, Vimbai. Good morning to you, Doctor. A very busy night, I must say. Yeah, and let's get straight into it. Yes, Paris Saint-Germain came to town, talking about London yesterday for the first leg of the UEFA Champions League. And Ousmane Dembele, we'll be talking about him a whole lot. But he actually decided that particular game at the Emirates yesterday, 1-0 was how we actually ended. A tale of two halves. PSG dominated the first half, and in the second half, massive saves from Donnarumma, the goalkeeper of PSG. But Dembele is having the form of his life. 25 goals in 25 matches in 2025 alone says it all. In all competitions, 33 goals, 12 assists in 45 games. He's looking like the Dembele that Barcelona played over 100 million for some few years ago. Away from that, in Spain, there are talks that this man, talking about Carlo Ancelotti, will be the next Brazil coach. But this man, talking about Florentino Perez, seemed not to be having it. He's saying that if you want to leave, we will not pay you any severance package, and you can go to Brazil and become their next coach. But we want you to stay and take over proceedings for the Club World Cup sometime in July. So right now he's faced between the devil and the deep blue sea. Do you go and coach one of the most successful sides in the world in terms of the Seleção and the Samba Boys Brazil? Or do you wait, collect your severance package, and the Brazilian Football Federation have insisted that this week they must announce a new manager. So Carlo Ancelotti has a massive decision to make right about now. Let's see if it actually happens. If not, that's how it goes. All right, President Father Victor Osimhen has decided to gift Remo Stars 10 million naira, 5 million naira for the players, 5 million naira for the backroom staff. And right now, everyone seems to be showering encomiums on Remo Stars for that particular title, the very first in their own history. As a matter of fact, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has also sent a congratulating message to Mr. Shoname and also Remo Stars for that particular feat. So kudos to them, and I must say that well deserved. And kudos to Victor Osimhen for this kind gesture. He's becoming a cult hero. Of course, some will say he's not yet a legend, but he's actually getting into that particular status because he's making his presence and his money being felt at home. Now, quickly away from that, as we actually talk about this. Okay, quickly, in a radio show some few days ago, Shehu Diko has actually put the governors under pressure. He's saying that some governors, not all of them, are hampering sports development in Nigeria because several of them probably do not have the priorities straight in terms of projects and the stadium, because they are actually focused on trying to build stadiums so that they can actually host tournaments and also help grassroots development. And says that some governors do not think that is important enough. All right, let's see how it goes. We'll still be keeping tabs on that. In the NBA, quickly, let's talk about the Magic losing to the Celtics, 122-89. President Ford Tatum having a massive game there for the Celtics. And the Nuggets actually beating the Clippers 131-115 in game 5. 3-2 is how it stands right about now. When you actually look at it there, everyone seems to be focused on the Lakers and the Timberwolves. They will be playing tonight, and LeBron James might be out of the NBA conference at this moment for the West. As it stands right now, they must put up a massive showing against Timberwolves. The Ant-Man himself is turning things up right now. And not forgetting this particular bout that is going to go down. All 4 bets are on the line. They've been calling themselves names. They've been calling themselves cheats, talking about Daniel Dubois and Alexander Usyk. So we're expecting massive fireworks in July. Let's see what actually happens. 4 belts on the line. And it could be Dubois. It could be Usyk retaining all 4 belts. We'll have to wait and see. And finally, sports broadcaster George Essien is actually chasing the record of 100 hours on radio. And he wants to actually win that Guinness Book of Record, 100 hours on radio. So he's been doing this non-stop. Of course, he actually works for Comfort FM all the way in New York. All right, a sports broadcaster and an ace broadcaster there. So we're wishing him all the best as he guns for that particular title.
right. Well, all the best to him. You know, I always love a Guinness World Record.
Okay.
He's going for 100 hours,
100 hours
of sports commentating.
No, just of sports broadcasting.
Sports broadcasting. Okay.
On broadcasting.
Commentating.
No, sport. Interviews. Not just sports now. Interviews generally. But commentaries both on sports and other issues for 100 hours.
For 100 hours.
On radio.
All the best to him. All the best to him.
Okay.
But
you can try it.
I'm not really hungry for any Guinness World Records, to be honest with you. But I fully support all those who go for
100.
them. And on the point of sports being a grassroots, sports development being a grassroots issue, for me, that's where my passion lies. Because, we always laugh and we say, politics is local. But when it comes to other things, we forget that they are local as well. So I'm glad that we're calling out the governance. It's time that we really do start to hold the subnationals accountable, especially for stadiums. These are just the most basic things that any administration can do. So let's see, we've seen a number of states are really doing well.
Some states are doing well. But some are lagging behind.
Some have not even begun.
Yes.
Okay, let's thank Osimhen. He gave 10 million naira to encourage Remo Stars. 5 million to the players, 5 million to the coaching crew and management. And also, it's not just Victor Osimhen. We have had President Tinubu praising the team. We have had the Confederation of African Football praising them. We have had the governor of Ogun State also praising them. This is the first time they will win the title.
Yes.
And I think they deserve all encouragement possible. And this will inspire Mr. Shoname, the founder of the club, and also the coaching crew and management, to do more in the next season. Number two is the match yesterday between Arsenal and
PSG.
Paris Saint-Germain at Anfield.
Yeah.
Now, Paris Saint-Germain has a reputation as having the best passers of the ball. And they dominated the first half. 86.5% pass rate. Now, within 4 minutes, Dembele has scored. Now, Arsenal, they were not disgraced because in the second half, they came back into the match. And at the end of the match, they have 54.4% possession. But it was very clear that PSG is a very complete team. And what Luis Enrique has been able to do with that team between October and now is remarkable. In October, during the league stage, Arsenal beat them 2-0.
Yes.
But that was not the same team that was in Anfield yesterday. So they have an advantage, going into the second leg on the Wednesday. Yeah. But it doesn't matter. This is the first time in 16 years that Arsenal will get to the semi-finals of the Champions League. Even that, at a certain level, you could say Mikel Arteta has been able to do something. But what we see is that, these are the critical stages, semi-finals, the finals. Very quickly, that's the way it was yesterday.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, PSG won. Now, Rudiger, for insulting a referee for throwing, they said it was Ice Cube. He had apologized during the Copa del Rey final between Real Madrid and Barcelona. Yeah. Now he has a 6-match suspension. But it doesn't matter because he had surgery yesterday, a knee injury surgery. So he's going to be out of
for 2 months
commission for the rest of the season. So but I think it's important.
Yes.
That players, referees, and other persons involved, either officials or even spectators, are reminded constantly that bad behavior is not allowed in the sporting arena, whether it's football or it's badminton or any other one. Usyk and Dubois. Dubois is saying he will beat Usyk and all of that. Well, we'll wait and see at the Wembley Stadium on 19 July. So let them talk with their fists, not with their mouths. So whether they are saying come man, this is not we are waiting 19th of July. Let us see.
Let's see the gloves do the talking.
Whether the man from Crimea will be the winner. Thank you very much.
It was a pleasure.